automatic payment program. Till now, in our learning, we were creating the vendor invoice using the T code F-43 and creating the vendor payment document using the T code F-53, that is one document at a time. But in real-time scenarios, we will have the millions of documents for which we need to post the payments. So, we cannot use the F-53 for each document. It is actually time consuming and that's not practical. Correct, right? Sometimes for some vendors, the company needs to make the check payments and for some, they will require the wire transfer. Hence, to fulfill this business requirement, we use the APP process, that is Automatic Payment Program in SAP. The Automatic Payment Program is a tool that will help the end users to manage the account payables. With the use of APP, the user can select the invoices that are to be paid and then generate the payment documents against the invoices. After that, print the payment media, that is, print the checks in SAP. All these are done with the use of the APP functionality in SAP, so that the users are no longer required to post the payment documents individually. In the upcoming learning activity, I will show you how we perform the APP using the in-house check creation process. When I say in-house check creation, this doesn't mean that we will be creating the individual checks manually like we have learned during our previous section. But in-house check creation process means we will be printing the check using SAP system. So guys, let's look at the overview of the configuration steps which we will perform in SAP, which is related to APP. In SAP, we will perform all the configurations related to APP using the T code FBZP. So what is the T code which we will be using here? That is FBZP. Here the first step is we set up the company codes. What we do? We set up the company codes. That is, we define the sending company code and the paying company code. To understand about the sending company code and the paying company code, what I'll do is, let me give you an example. See, in the example, let's say I have three company codes, that is A, B and C. A is the main branch and B and C are the sub-branches. The sub-branches B and C does not have the authorizations for making the payments. So what they'll do is, they'll just send all the informations to main branch A and then the main branch A will make the payments. Okay? What they'll do, they'll just send all the informations to the main branch A and then the main branch A will make the payments. So, in this example, we can see that B and C are sending company codes, but A is the paying company code. In other words, sending company codes are the company codes who makes the invoices and does not make the payment, wherein the payment company code is the one which pays. Got it? So, I hope you are now clear with the sending company code and the paying company code. Now, after the first step, we will set up the paying company code in SAP, where we will define the minimum amount and the maximum amount for the incoming and outgoing payments. And then, we define the payment method in the country. After that, the payment method in the company code. So here, what is this payment method? The payment method defines the type of the method that we use for making the payment. For each type of payment process, we need to create the separate payment method in SAP. For example, checks, iDocs, wire transfer, etc. Okay? Like this, we need to create the individual payment method as per the business requirement. While creating the payment methods must be created at the country level and then we created the company code level. Remember that without creating at the country level, we cannot create the payment method under the company code level. This is very important point needs to be remembered. After all this done, as a final step in configuration, we will set up the bank accounts and then we create the APP run as an end user. So guys, let's start from the configuration of APP from next video.